Hi everybody, welcome to Yin Yoga. Namaste. For our Yin practice today, you will need one or two blocks, a cushion or a bolster, and you may need a scarf if you need to pad the knees. Let's start in a comfortable cross-legged pose. And lean your head and neck towards your left side. So the air reaches towards the shoulder. Pick up the left palm and place it on the right side of your face. Release the right hand to the side and down and feel the stretch through the entire right side of the neck area. We're not really pushing or pulling here, we're just gently allowing the head to fall to the side, and thereby that causes a stretch, a gentle stretch on the right side of the neck. Come back to center and go ahead and switch right ear to the right shoulder. Place the left or the right palm, should I say, over the face and relax the right hand to the side. Close your eyes, take a few moments to feel this area of stretch. And come back to center. Release the hands. Uncross the legs, reach them out to the front. Bend your right knee, cross it over the left knee. Bend your left knee as well as you send the heel on the outside of the hip. So we're trying to align the knees here. Of course, if this is uncomfortable, you can either sit on a block or you can straighten the lower left leg to the mat in front and then use a strap as you fold forward or hand on the foot as you fold forward. Otherwise, both knees bent, shoelace position. You can choose to use a bolster or a block in the front. Reach your arms out to the front and fold forward. If you prefer to rest your elbows on the blocks, if you need to be a bit higher, you can rest the elbows. Otherwise, you can use a combination of the blocks to rest the elbow and the forehead on the block. Once you find your comfortable position here, adjust yourself if you need to. If you need to pad the ankles, the tops of the feet. Make yourself as comfortable so you can find some stillness here. Stillness in the body lends to stillness in the breath. And this then leads to stillness in the mind. This pose, shoelace pose, is a good pose to stretch out the right, in this case, the top right glute and IT band. So notice how the awareness immediately goes to that area of stretch. And while that is a good thing that you're aware of the area of the body that you're feeling the stretch at, see if you can gently guide your awareness away from the area of stretch and towards the breath. Sometimes Yin Yoga is also called mindful yoga because it provides us this opportunity when we hold the pose for a longer period of time. It gives us the opportunity to focus on the breath, the more delicate areas of our practice. And bring yourself out of the posture. And let's change legs. Before we do, take a moment to separate the feet and send both knees to the right side. Bring them to center, send them to the left. Just with this windshield viper pose. Bring the knees to center, and now let's switch legs. So the left knee goes on top, and you can choose to maintain the right leg straight or bend the knee as well, so the knees align. If you need to sit a bit higher on a folded blanket or a cushion, please use one. And then fold forward. If the seated variation of this pose is extremely uncomfortable, or you do not feel the stretch in the left glute, in this case the top leg glute, you can always choose to take the supine variation. So the same pose can be done lying on the back, crossing the knees, using the hands to bring the feet, hence the knees, closer to the chest. Set your feet up, your hips, your forehead, your props. Find your suitable position and then pause and find stillness. For a lot of us, the practice of yin yoga can be quite challenging. And the areas of challenge could be different. One could be the obvious intensity of the stretch, and especially since we're holding for a long period of time, it can be a bit challenging, holding the pose, feeling the stretch, breathing through the stretch. And for others, the challenge is not moving. Right, we get into a pose and you can make minor adjustments and shifts. However, as compared to a dynamic vinyasa class, this is a very slow, steady-paced practice. And so the idea of not continuously moving or changing shape and position from one pose to another, the invitation to hold a pose for a long period of time and do pretty much nothing can be quite challenging for some. So welcome that challenge with an open mind, understanding that it is good to have a balance between these two extreme spectrums, the fast, the dynamic, the movement. If that's something that you love, then it's also important to bring about some moments of stillness and slowness and steadiness. So embrace that challenge. And bring yourself out of the pose. Uncross the legs. Stretch the legs to the mat in front. And take a moment or two here. Let the feet flop, let the arms relax back. Close your eyes. And now begin to separate the legs nice and wide out to the sides. You can use the bolster in front and prop the bolster if you need a higher height. And fold the chest forward, resting the face on the cushion. If you think the blocks are too high, you can get rid of them and rest the chest on the bolster. If you think the bolster is also quite high, get rid of the bolster and fold forward, chest onto the mat. If the heels are uncomfortable on the flooring, then pad them by folding a blanket underneath the heels. And let the feet just relax. Let the arms fall heavy. You can turn the head and neck to any one side. And breathe in this pose. Just a few more breaths here. And bring yourself up and out of the posture. Keep the bolster to the side. Bend your knees, feet on the mat, and both knees to the left side. And switch sides, knees to the right. Come back to center. Bring yourself into an all fours position and then on to the mat to practice Sphinx pose. Bring your elbows underneath the shoulders or slightly forward, and you can use a block and rest the forehead on the block, or you can choose to look forward, or you may choose to elevate the elbows away from the floor. Soften the shoulders into seal pose. You can choose any one of these three different variations depending on how you feel on your head, your neck, and your back. Once you choose, close your eyes and come back to that steadiness and that stillness. Few more breaths. And relax the elbows to the side, rest the forehead on the mat or on the hands. And from here, just roll over onto your backs, onto your back, and bend the knees. Cross the right ankle over the left knee in a figure 4 shape. Interlace the hands either at the back of the left thigh or on top of your left shin. As you breathe in, draw your left knee closer towards you. As you exhale, feel the right knee moving away from the right shoulder. Release the leg and switch left ankle over the right knee. Interlace the hands at the back of the right thigh or over the right shin bone. And gradually and gently draw the right knee closer to the chest as you nudge or inch the left knee away from the shoulder. And release the leg. Take a few moments to witness the rebound of energy after those few poses. And we'll take supported bridge pose. So place a block or two underneath the hips, or you can use the bolster underneath the hips, just to raise the hips slightly off the floor. And now release the block away from the hips. Stretch your arms out to the sides and send both knees to the right side. You can choose to cross the right ankle over the left knee if this feels comfortable. If it's not so comfortable on the left knee, you can uncross the foot. Uncross the foot, bring the knees to center, and send both knees to the left side. You can choose to pick up the left foot and cross it over the right thigh. You may choose to look up or to the right side. Uncross the foot, bring the knees back to center. Bring the soles of the feet to touch, knees out to the sides. Relax one palm on the belly, one palm on the heart center. And take a few moments to feel the pattern of the breath in this horizontal position. Notice as you breathe in, the belly rises. Notice as you breathe out, the belly draws in. And you can choose to stay like this for the rest of Shavasana, or you may choose to relax your hands, stretch your legs out to the mat in front, and relax the entire body in Shavasana. Now gradually bring awareness back to the body. Stretch the arms, give yourself a nice good reach and stretch. Bend the knees, roll fully towards one side. And use the support of the hands to come up into a comfortable seated posture. Bring the palms to touch in front of your heart. Rub your palms together. Create this warmth and place them over your eyes. Rub your palms together. Hover them or place them over your face. Rub the palms together and take this from the top of the head, the ears, the shoulders, the sides of the body, hands, legs, feet. As you open your eyes. Thank you everybody. Have a lovely day ahead and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.